We need to allow things to just happen naturally and unfold in its own timing, because the more we force things, the more resistance we actually create in our lives, the more stress we create in our lives, the more pressure we put on ourselves. And honestly, it's unnecessary, because once you understand that everything, regardless of what you do, it's always going to end up how it's meant to end up. So you could either choose the path of resistance and force, or you could choose to flow and allow things to just unfold naturally. And I don't necessarily mean just, you know, giving it all to the wind and like not having any responsibility for yourself and your actions and what you're putting your time into. But there is a necessary flow that needs to occur when you're creating and when you're building things and when you're trying to create a life for yourself that you want to live. It's almost like the excitement can come in for whatever you're wanting to create, and it can almost like create so much excitement. At least this has happened for me a lot, where I get this idea or this vision and I get so excited about it because I'm seeing the vision in the end. I'm seeing the potential and I'm seeing what I can actually do and what is possible. And it's like there's a way to go about it after you've received the vision, because it can be really tempting to like just, you know, force things forward and like, I don't know, just like steamroll ahead. And instead of doing that, I would encourage you, from my own experience, I would say it's much better to allow that vision to actually ground into your energy. Let it just like settle in naturally. Yes, you can take action on it, but it's almost the same as chaos. Like if you're impulsively taking action because you suddenly feel this intense spark of inspiration, you can like act on it, but there's a good chance that that spark is going to die down eventually. And what happens then? What happens when the spark dies down and you didn't actually take the time to ground in the energy that was there for you? Like it's going to fleet away. It's going to just dissolve with that spark. You know what I mean? So rather than like getting super excited or getting this vision and just like almost like I don't know, like moving forward or like running ahead of yourself before you actually have the grounding behind it, before you actually have the vision in a plan that you can implement sustainably for the long term. Um, I forget where I was going with that, but I just feel like there needs to be like a level of grounding before just moving forward, you know. And I get the excitement, but in the end, what I personally have noticed is that when I go through those spirals, it's literally like it was a loop that I didn't actually know that I was stuck in, if that makes sense. It's like I knew that I wanted to change circumstances, that I wanted to achieve certain things, but at the same time, I was waiting for those sparks of inspiration, those sparks of vision to happen before I would actually move on it. And when the sparks would happen, I would just like it's like, brrr, like I'm just gonna go and this, and this, burn out really fast because obviously like you're moving like 100 miles a minute and you need to chill. Like you need to chill out and give your body time to adjust, give your mind time to calm down and like recalibrate and all the things. Like you just need time to adjust. And the solution that I have found and what works for me personally is when I get those visions, instead of like rushing towards it like a freaking racehorse out of the gate, like I take the time to breathe and really just feel into the excitement, feel into what I'm actually trying to create or what I'm wanting to experience. And the more you can feel into it, you don't necessarily have to action yet, but just feel like give yourself a day or however long you need to just like feel it. Feel into what you want and that vision that you have and the energy that it gave you and like let it just like percolate, like let it get into all the crevices and the nooks and crannies of your energy and just like anchor it in, like say you anchor it in, like reaffirm that to yourself and like let it really seal into who you are now so that you're not waiting on this fleeting energy to move, but now you've grounded that energy into who you are. And so now you can move whenever you want. You can move however fast you want. You can move however slow you want. It doesn't matter because you're not racing towards anything. You're not chasing anything. It just is who you are, And that chasing energy is the loop that I was talking about. It's like you're chasing the high of that vision that you felt and you just want it now. It's like you just want to be there now. You want to create that thing now, even though you're tired, but you just want to keep going. And that chasing energy is actually doing the opposite of what you think. It's actually creating more resistance for you. And you don't necessarily you don't need to do that. And it's also not only creating resistance, but it's creating more chaos in your life because you're on this like weird like roller coaster where it's like ton of energy, no energy, ton of energy, burnout, ton of energy, burnout. And it's like you need to just like instead of I don't know why I'm hearing like glucose spikes, but like that's kind of what it is. It's like if you're spiking up here, maybe you want something that's like not going to spike it so rapidly. Maybe you want something that's going to like allow you to stay at a higher vibration for longer. And by doing the grounding and the integrating before you just rush into action is what's going to help you with that. It's what's going to allow you to stay at a higher vibration without the hard crash afterwards. So it's about slowing down, which seems like counterintuitive sometimes, but I'm just honestly, I'm just speaking from my own experience. Do what you want, take what you want from this information. But as someone who's gone through the spikes and the crashes and the burnouts and the peaks and the valleys, and it's like kind of like a roller coaster emotionally as well. To where now I feel like I've come to this point where I'm at least like the changes in the energy aren't as dramatic. Like I still get peaks of excitement and energy and just like recognizing, okay, this is the thing that I want to create or this is what I want to experience in my life. But also like taking time to check in with my body and with where I'm at mentally, emotionally, and physically, with what I can do right now, what I can offer myself right now, and knowing that that vision that I received that put me at that high vibration is within me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have received it. Like, it's within my field already. Like, it's already happened, it's already existing. So I don't have to necessarily rush towards it or force it or try to cling onto it in unhealthy ways by like chasing after it, I can just know that it is in my frequency and be grateful and be happy and anchor in that energy that is like, wow, I'm so excited to experience that. And I know that I will experience that. It's just a matter of time. And just let that be that. And from that place, you're going to be given the steps to move you towards that, to getting that into your physical 3D reality. And it's going to be less blurred with your vision of like excitement and overwhelm and like oh my god, there's so much that I want to do. Where do I start? What do I do? I just do everything. No, just like ground it in, breathe, give yourself time to just experience the feeling of what it is that you want and give it just give it time, okay? Just give it time. And then you will naturally what am I trying to say? You'll naturally be given the steps. The deeper that you can anchor in that frequency, more intentionally, like energetically versus like action based, but just like sitting in the energy, and the more you integrate it with your frequency, you're going to be given the steps more clearly on how to get there, you know? So the difference is if you're actioning from a place of excitement, like say like you just got the download and you're like, it's in your mind, you have the vision in your mind, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much that I want to do. I really want to experience this thing. But it's only in your mind. You haven't like taken the time to like let it ground through your entire system. If it's only in your mind, you can only move from this place, you know. You can only create what your mind can come up with. Versus if you give it time to anchor into your entire system, all of your chakras, all of your energy centers, and really anchor it and ground it, now you have your intuition, you have your heart, you have all these systems that are working with you to show you and guide you how to get there and what actually is in true alignment with what it is that you want to experience. So let your whole system work for you. Don't just like move from the head, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was I didn't really know what was going to come through in this message today, but that is actually accurate to like what I have been moving through and experiencing and some epiphanies that I've been having personally. So I hope that resonated with you. If it did, feel free to give it a like, share, and subscribe if you're interested. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.